We left Oregon and spent 2 days driving through Idaho and Wyoming to the Uinta Mountains, a remote range in the northeast corner of Utah. To help acclimate to the higher elevations, we would spend the night relaxing at the trailhead. The Uinta Mountains contain the highest peaks and some of the best alpine backpacking in the state of Utah. Our 3-day route would be a 45-mile loop that visited some of the most famous features, including Red Castle Lakes and Utah's high point, Kings Peak.
Weightlessness, no gravity.
We started the day at elevation 9,500 feet. From the trailhead, we had a long and gradual 10-mile climb up a gentle valley carved by glaciers. We passed by long meadows with views of Red Castle in the distance.
Birds of view, San Luis.
We arrived at our campsite next to Lower Red Castle Lake in time for lunch. We soon met some of our neighbors, a playful family of pine martens. After setting up camp and loafing around a bit, we set off on a day hike up to Red Castle Lake. During the hike, the mild haze from distant forest fires dissipated for a couple hours, giving us clear views of the dramatic cliffs of Red Castle.
Oh, highway boys all sleeping out with the dirty mouths and broken strings.
After arriving back at camp, we swam in the lake and ate dinner while we listened to thunder crack in the distance.
To see for you the Queen of San Luis.
Day 2 started early with a brief off-trail section to avoid backtracking a couple miles. Today would be a big day with 3 passes and a summit of Kings Peak, hopefully before afternoon thunderstorms rolled in. While climbing Smith Fork Pass, we spotted a moose, the only one we would see on the whole trip. We ate breakfast at Smith Fork Pass Lake and enjoyed the still reflection of the east side of Red Castle.
Cutting through the avenues, I'd always find my way to you. Beside the hook, the hammer lies.
Smith Fork Pass turned out to be mild and pleasant.
And fumbling round in the smoke, spending time chasing ghosts. Hold me down, child. Hold me down, child. California, call you queen. With your golden hair and magazine.
The climb up Anderson Pass was exposed and exciting with iconic views of Kings Peak.
Were you somewhere in between?
We left most of our gear on the top of Anderson Pass before we set out on a side adventure to summit Kings Peak. Kings Peak was on talus and boulders. It was tedious and easy to get off route, but the views on the top of Utah were unbelievable.
I'm a ghost to you, you're a ghost to me. A bird's eye view of San Luis.
After descending Kings Peak and Anderson Pass, we made our way to the final climb of the day, Gunsight Pass.
I'm a ghost to you, you're a ghost to me, a bird's eye view.
After almost 18 miles of hiking, we made our way down Gunsight Pass as sunbeams broke through the clouds. We made it to camp at Henry's Fork Lake with a couple hours of daylight left.
Slimy.
From camp, we could see the alpenglow at the summit of Kings Peak during sunset. On our last day, we packed up camp and hiked an uneventful but pleasant 11 miles back to the trailhead. We met 18 years ago in Utah while going to school. We loved hiking in the Wasatch Mountains and in the canyons of southern Utah, but we moved out of the state before spending much time in the Uintas. Moving away before backpacking in this area always made us feel like we had unfinished business. It's hard to imagine a more rewarding way to experience these mountains in only 3 days. In my opinion, I think this route ranks up there with other better-known bucket list backpacking loops.
Oh, highway boys all sleeping out with the dirty mouths and broken strings.
But the Uinta Mountains don't get much attention, and that's probably a good thing for those lucky enough to find this place.
Other eyes are shining like the sea for you, the queen of sand.